I know that tryouts can feel overwhelming, but what if you knew the exact things coaches were looking for? Let's dive into the 3 key things you need to focus on to stand out in your next basketball tryout. First thing coaches are looking for at tryouts is your skills, right? They want to have a player who's skilled enough to be able to play against competition on the basketball court. Here's a very quick list and guideline of things that you have to be skilled at. So, can you shoot with good form and make game shots? Can you handle the ball under pressure? Can you run a play and make the right reads at the right time? If you master the fundamentals, you're already a step ahead. Great reminder here is the level of skill you might need at tryouts depends on what tryout you're attending. If you're in 4th to 8th grade, coaches really want to see a few things. Can you make layups with both hands, and do you shoot with good and consistent form? If you're in 9th to 12th grade, you might already be expected to kind of have that great finishing ability and be able to knock down those shots. And then on top of that, they'll add advanced skills like playing inside of that team offense. So know which kind of tryout you're at and what the expectations are for your skill level. The second thing coaches look for at tryouts is role players. Literally, the coaches need players that can fill a role, right? I mean, at some point, every team is going to need that center or the guard or the forward. So which one are you? My biggest tip for being an awesome role player is to know your role and excel at it. If you're that shooter, go into the game and knock down those shots. If you're great at snatching those rebounds, go ahead and grab those rebounds. If you're great at passing and being a pass-first point guard, run that offense and get those great passes in. Right? Know your role, know what the team needs, and be able to fill a role on your team squad. By the way, if you're still really overwhelmed about all this tryout stuff, don't worry, I got your back. I have an entire series called Tryout 101, which is all the drills your coach might throw at you during tryout day. So just head to the description and check it out to dive in after this video. The third thing coaches look for is hustle, energy, and attitude. My coaches always used to tell me you can only really control 2 things on the court, your attitude and your energy, right? Every coach is going to have their star players, then they get the role players, but the last few spots on that roster are used for the hustle and energy players. Someone like a Jimmy Butler who's going to be a dog in those situations. Somebody who's willing to really wants it, who's willing to dive on the floor for loose balls, right? Defend the other team's best player. Somebody who really wants to win can fill that final spot. So maybe if you're not the team star player, and you're also, maybe some of your skills aren't super polished, your best bet on getting to the team and knowing what coach wants is to be that hustle and energy guy. To be honest, coaches can really tell a difference between whether or not you want to make the team. If you walk in acting like your parents forced you to be here and you don't want to be at the tryout, coaches can kind of see right through that in your ability to warm up and run through all the drills correctly and be paying attention. But if you really want it, if it's something down here in your heart and you know you want to make this basketball team and you really love the game, you're going to go all out at the tryout. And coach wants, really honestly, 10 to 12 of those players on his team throughout the year. He doesn't want to select people who don't want to be here. A bonus thing coaches might look for is if you're in basketball shape. Funny enough, right after tryouts, you get right into the season. So coaches don't want to select that basketball player who is literally breathing super heavy and out of shape after the stretching and the warm-ups. That's a bad look. This is especially important if you're in 9th to 12th grade, right? If you're trying out for that varsity team and you get tired, like I said, after those warm-ups, odds are coach is not going to want to pick you onto that roster, right? You have to be in some sort of basketball shape. I mean, think about it. The coach wants a player who's not going to be tired after that first quarter, but can almost play a full game. So if you want to be that guy, get in basketball shape, whether that's doing HIIT or that's doing some cardio, right? Or that's just running or jogging. Get in great shape so you can play the whole basketball game. Now that you know what coaches are looking for, you need to know these tryout tips.